You're likely watching this video because your main thing just isn't doing it for you anymore and you need something on the side. I'm talking about a side hustle. You've heard that online side hustles can be a great way to make extra money, but you're frustrated because maybe you've tried a few and they've all been pretty much a waste of time. You're feeling hopeless, but then you come across this video. And this one's different because I've taken on the burden of trying a bunch of side hustles, figuring out what fails and why so that you don't have to. My path to financial freedom started with nearly getting suspended from school and dealing with disgusting amounts of unwashed sheets, but I didn't give up. I kept searching for ways to make extra money and eventually I succeeded. I now have 12 rental properties, nearly 180,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and the passive income that at one point I could only dream about. Along the way, I wasted my time on a ton of pointless side hustles like flipping Costco candy, taking online surveys, and starting a college laundry service for frat boys. Those were bad ideas. That's why in this video, I'm gonna share the 3 categories of online side hustles to avoid if you wanna make real money and achieve true financial freedom. So it's time to stop wasting time and money and feeling hopeless when you make a couple of cents or a couple of dollars at a time. Let's dive into the side hustles that you must avoid. I found that most of these side hustles fall into one of 3 categories. The first category is the side hustles that have absolutely no chance to scale, meaning they only contribute a tiny bit to your monthly expenses and definitely never replace your full-time job, like scanning receipts for 15 cents every 100 that you log. The second category is the super high-risk side hustles, and we've all heard about people who put their life savings into a particular new hot category just to see it completely disappear a few months later, and that is a super scary thought, at least to me. And finally, the third category is the ones that require you to have a multitude of different skills, like being good on camera, running a paid ad campaign, building and designing websites, writing professional level emails, and so on and so forth. And honestly, if you were already a pro at all of those different things, you probably wouldn't need a side hustle. But don't give up hope yet. I want to use these categories to break down which of the make money online methods to avoid, and most importantly, I want to show you a side hustle that can grow over time, become more and more passive, and actually make a significant amount of money. And if you decide to watch until the end of this video, I'll tell you how your next side hustle might actually be working for me within one of the different Lily Invest businesses. It's a game changer, trust me, so let's go ahead and get started. What's up guys, my name is Lily, and if this is your first time to the channel, what's good? I started out documenting my real estate investing journey on this channel, and I make videos about real estate, business, and overall, this journey I'm on trying to reach financial freedom. I actually got started in real estate with what some people would call a side hustle, which I'll talk more about in a moment, but I want you to know that I recently made all of my trainings on analyzing real estate deals and using my custom-built deal calculators completely free. It's a limited time offer though, so I wanted to let you know. So if after watching this video, you want to go down the same path as me towards financial freedom, I've got a link to that free offer in the first comment. But for now, let's talk about side hustles. My first one was probably the same as yours, an after school lemonade stand. Now, obviously that didn't work out, but it taught me a lot because it fit into our first category. Doing things that will never scale. You've probably seen people flipping items from garage sales and reselling them on Craigslist, taking online quizzes and surveys and getting paid a quarter each, walking dogs or house sitting cats, or even things like DoorDash and driving for Uber. I hate to break it to you, but Gary Vee didn't get rich because he built a garage sale flipping company to millions. Sure, he might have made a couple hundred or even a couple grand from it at first, but with all the side hustles in this first category, there's one huge problem: they don't scale. There's a pretty low amount you can make from each cup of lemonade sold, and there's a limit to how many cups you can sell at all. It's very hard to break through those limits when they're so attached to your individual time and effort. And another reason some of these side hustles won't scale is because no one actually needs the service. On the last day of freshman year in college, one of the guys who lived in my dorm asked me, "Hey Lily, where's the laundry room?" And I responded, "It's in the basement." But I was thinking to myself, the same place it's been all year. So I went back in to ask my roommate, has he seriously not done laundry all year? And we thought we saw an amazing business opportunity. We would start an on-campus laundry service, and we'd collect laundry 1 day per week, deliver it to an off-campus facility, have it washed, dried, and folded, and then we'd return it to the student's door. We'd charge more for the service than we paid the laundry facility, and we'd pocket the profits. The only problem? There wasn't really a need for this service. Anyone who wanted their laundry done was already doing it themselves, and anyone who didn't care about getting their laundry done just didn't care, so they didn't need to pay us to do it. And to most college kids, a laundry service was a luxury anyway, and they either didn't have the money or they'd rather save it for something more valuable to them. That idea is similar to one I saw on a side hustle list recently, which was buying and selling domain names. Maybe I'm just not seeing the vision, but the idea was to research and make educated guesses about domain names that would be valuable in the future. You wanted to try and get something that would be catchy and popular, and then when the person who came along and really wanted to run that business saw that the domain name was taken, you give them the chance to buy it off of you. Now, sure, if I had been able to buy Chick-fil-A.com or Crocs.com before they got there, that would have been cool. But most big companies nowadays have pretty unique names that are hard to guess. And buying a bunch of domain names in the hope that someone comes along and buys it in the future seems a little bit risky to me. Now, the second category of side hustles get even riskier and/or borderline illegal. It seems like everyone has that one kid from high school who you never talk to, who suddenly reaches out on Facebook and tries to convince you to join an MLM business. Now, if that works for you, great. But the way I see it is that those businesses that start with one person signing up a couple of people and then getting a cut of what they got, then those couple of people signing up a couple more people and then getting a cut of what they got, and everybody keeps signing. It's just kind of shaped like a pyramid, you know what I mean? There's obviously risk in joining something like a pyramid scheme, and there's also risk in hopping on certain trends. Investing in financial markets through day trading, forex, crypto, and NFTs all fit into this category. They're not actually side hustles. They are legit skills that you need to study and develop, and realize that there's a reason for such high returns because they are wildly risky. Even the biggest and best financial advisors of all time can't reliably predict market trends, and for me, there's far too many people who've lost everything to say that investing in the markets on the side is a reliable way to make some extra cash. So what should you do instead? I promise there are some legit side hustles out there, and I want to put them into two categories. Those that you need multiple skills to succeed in, and those that you need singular or maybe just one or two skills to succeed in. There are a ton of people all over YouTube who have made millions with drop shipping. It is a legit way to make money, but I put it in this multiple skills category because it requires you to either learn or already know quite a bit and then piece those things together. Most drop shippers follow a system where they find a profitable product that's going viral on something like TikTok or Pinterest. Then they'll create video content for that product, whether they use it to run TikTok ads or they just create an account and post those videos to showcase the product. And already you've got to have some marketing knowledge to identify potential high profit products, as well as content creation skills to make the videos, social media skills to create a successful account to show them off, and possibly even advertising skills if you're going to run paid ads to the product. Then you still got to improve something about the customer journey in order to get them to buy from you instead of all of the other pages trying to sell the viral product. This could be improving the product itself and getting it sourced from a different supplier, which is a set of skills in physical merchandise. Or if you're good at web design, you can improve the Shopify store experience. You can change the price of your product or target different audiences with your ads. The point is, there's a lot of pieces of the puzzle to fit together. So if you have a lot of those skills already, great. But if you don't and you're trying to learn all of those different things at once, that will definitely increase the time it takes for you to find success. Other side hustles that fit into this multiple skills category are things like starting a print-on-demand clothing business, which requires artistic skills, product design knowledge, website building, and marketing. Of course, you can outsource some of these things on a site like Upwork, but if you're trying to start a side hustle on a limited budget, you'll likely need to do a lot of work yourself. And if you're not already a YouTuber or influencer, that makes businesses like this all the harder because you also have to build an audience who's gonna wanna buy the thing that you're making. The key here is don't do it by yourself. Your side hustle doesn't have to start out as your completely own new business. You can side hustle within someone else's business, delivering them one specific skill and collecting money from that while they worry about all of the logistics and employees and taxes and things that come along with having a full business. The first side hustle I tried that had the potential to scale outside of my own time and effort, and that only needed me to get good at one or two things, was wholesaling real estate, or what I call being a professional deal finder for another real estate investor. The main skill I needed to learn was to find motivated buyers and sellers and analyze deals. Those things can get very complex as you scale, but but getting started can also be very simple. My first deal I found on redfin.com for free, and it was a distressed house with significant foundation and water damage, so no normal homebuyers were interested in it. I analyzed the deal and I made an offer that was significantly under the listing price, and because the house was so damaged and no one else wanted it, they accepted. I then turned around and sold my contract to an investor who wanted to flip the house, and he paid me $6K extra for the deal. Seriously, the most important part of this was analyzing the deal and offering a price that the investor would buy from me at. One of my commitments for 2023 is actually to build the best program for helping new investors run quality numbers and analyze deals. January isn't even over yet, and we've already taken over 100 new investors through these trainings. So like I said before, you can take these trainings completely for free and try out my custom built deal calculators. You'll find all of the details for that in the first comment beneath this video. And if you want things to be even simpler, you don't have to be a lone wholesaler. You can work for specific investors to bring deals straight to them rather than trying to sell to just any investor who might be interested in. Other singular skill side hustles are things like graphic design, where you make YouTube thumbnails or logos. And if you've got sales skills, you can work as a closer and get a commission from every product or service you sell. If you're a good writer, you can write emails and video scripts. And if you're an editor, you can create content for different social media influencers. The key is to piece together one or two high-value skills that you already have or you're committed to learning, then find the person who needs those skills. If you've got a valuable skill that you think I could use, email me. But don't ask me how you can help me. Tell me how you can help me and show me proof. Research my Instagram and YouTube and see what skills you have that might fit in and help me out. And if you can't find something to do for me, there's plenty of entrepreneurs and influencers and investors who can use your help. In fact, I made this video with more than 24 real estate specific side hustles that aren't wholesaling. No one is talking about these side hustles, so if real estate interests you at all, you've got to go pick one.